All right, guys, so I just want to jump right into this video. In honor of FD Orlando, that is this weekend, I want to introduce the official drift car project to the channel. A complete pile of shit, rust bucket, 1992 Toyota Supra. As you can see, it is a shell, it does have a dash, originally a turbo automatic, fully loaded car. This is what we're going to start with. Big reason I wanted to get something in this condition was to teach myself completely how to fabricate. So I want to put it on a rotisserie and really get this thing going. Now my friend's car is presently here, and I plan to use this as a harsh template just for some of the fabrication, specifically the tube front end and the rear. But as of right now, plans are a 1UZ Lexus V8, I think W58 transmission is what I'm planning at the moment, with a quick change rear end. I'm planning on completely taking out the glass and cutting the rear trunk, I want to say hatch, the rear hatch, basically 2-3 inches, do a rear radiator mount. So all this will be exposed with the roll cage, including then the cage will tie into the front, of course. So it'll be kind of an open cockpit feel. I'll probably take all the glass out and just run a front windshield, maybe plexiglass or something like that. Sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit. But as far as the trim goes, I'm kind of planning on having like a tube exoskeleton type look, right where the trim goes all the way around. That way, if anyone gets on my door with their wheel or rubs or anything, it'll just hit that tube and the car will remain perfectly fine. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm excited to get this thing on a rotisserie or just up in the air, get a plasma cutter and start cutting it up and fire up the welder and see what I can do. As far as time frame goes, I need to get this thing off the lift. It's getting really close. It really doesn't need too much more before I start doing some seat time and start driving it. So maybe a couple weeks. I have a wedding to go to in 2 or 3 weeks, so maybe after that I'll start jumping into this thing. But as far as the car itself goes, it's pretty clean. It's really not that bad. Really just the rust stuff is stuff I'll be cutting off. You know, specifically all the inner fenders is going to be all cut up anyways, so not too worried about the rust. And after all, it is a drift car that's going to be put into a wall, I'm sure, at least 10 times. But the body is pretty straight, surprisingly. The hatch has a lot of rust, but as I said earlier, I'm going to cut it right there and weld it shut anyway, so that won't matter too much. I'm even contemplating welding the door shut. I've already found a angle kit for it, along with a hydro and secondary caliper kit for the rear. I already know what wide body I'm going to go with. Well, I say wide body, but it's really just over fenders. And I mean, other than that, it's going to be a pretty straightforward just project that is just it's gonna take some time, but I'm excited for it. I figure when I'm over here I might as well show you the 240. It is a LS powered S13. You can follow my friend who owns it right here at Clutch Kick Addict. So the last event we went to was, I believe it was Clutch Kickers up in Panhandle somewhere, I don't know the exact city, but he let the last 20 minutes of the 3-day weekend, there might have been two-day weekend, he put it into a wall, and unfortunately the oil filter was located on the outside of the crash zone and completely fucked it up. So that kind of sucks, but I will definitely not make that mistake on mine. I actually already have wheels for the Supra. I had bought some NTO 33 RRs for the MR2, but they took like 6 months to come in, and that was even before I bought that thing. And it just so happens that it will fit the Supra. So I don't know how I got lucky and that happened, but I'm not gonna complain about it. I'll just throw them on. Something else that should also be noted is this is the cheapest Supra in the country. Got it for $100. I paid $150 for the Targa and I think another $150 for the hood. So he wasn't gonna include those for the $100 shell, but I figured I'd spend a little extra and get those two pieces because obviously I was going to need it. The Targa I might not even need because, like I said, it's just going to be open air, but if it rains or something, you know, I'd rather have it than not. Eventually I'll do like some type of canvas over top of the roll cage. Carpet's surprisingly clean. The dash needs some work, but I'm planning on just sanding that completely down where it's smooth, either fiberglassing over it, then flocking on top of that, or I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. We'll see how it turns out. Door cards aren't horrible. They could use some work, but I'll probably just do like some type of carbon fiber sheet over it. And then in the back, it's gonna remain bare metal. I might cut a lot of material out. And obviously the cage will be back there with the rear radiator mount. But yeah, guys, this is the new drift project. If you have any ideas, any questions about it, let me know down below. I'm pretty excited, really just to hone in my fabrication skills. That's the real reason I want to get into it. Like I said, having a target top is going to make it that much easier when I start welding a roll cage and get in there and start fabricating stuff along with the back. Originally I wanted an FRS or a AE86, but you know what? The target top, I'm really about it. And then the wheelbase on this thing is going to help me with stability, so I think it's going to be pretty unique. Let me know what you think. All right, guys, it's about to rain. I'm closing up shop for the day. FD Orlando 2022 is tomorrow, so I will be going to that for sure. I might do a quick video walk around of the pit area for you. So stay tuned for that. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time.